Hello again, dudes and dudettes. Welcome back to I'm the Dude Games. My name's I'm the Dude 5. We are back inside LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 for a marathon of all DLC story packs 1 through 6. The first one is going to be the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 story pack, Awesome Mix Volume 2. Before I start here, I do want to show you guys just kind of the extras that I have on for the pink power bricks. I got fast interactions on, Stan Lee, and character token detector, as well as mini kit detector on. Not that there's any extra character tokens in the DLC levels, because there's not, except for the ones you unlock for the story pack itself. Excuse me. So for each of these DLC story packs, it's almost like another Gwenpool mission where Gwenpool comes back to narrate the level itself.
I guess you guys love the game so much you came back for more, right?
This is going to be the main playthrough of all the levels.
So,
I'm not
Guardians
100%ing
of the
anything yet
Galaxy are on this
in these.
crazy-looking planet called the Sovereign, run by these guys called the Sovereign. Bet that took some work, huh? Star-Lord's a guy, Gamora's a girl.
Can I make it any more obvious?
Except he's angry looking. Rocket's a guy too, except he's a raccoon, and Groot's a tree. So yeah, they're all on this
At least in this first DLC level pack, in the story-based content, it's impossible to cut out the copyrighted music as well as the story dialogue for the mission itself. So you guys are going to hear Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra, and I'm going to get a copyright thing on that in YouTube. So there's not really anything I can do about that besides cut out the audio, and I don't want to do that.
Oh man, more trouble incoming.
Aw, he's so cute and tiny and precious, I want to hug him. I mean, he should probably get in there and stop his friends from being completely devoured. But he's dancing! That interdimensional tentacle beast has excellent dentistry!
Hey, whoa, what was that?
The reason why I have the Stan Lee True Believer. Sorry, I had to kind of interrupt myself there. The reason why I have the Stan Lee and the mini kit detectors on is so that way I don't
Attention
accidentally
player,
obtain
please
any
pay attention to the weak spot.
collectibles throughout my main playthrough of these DLC story packs. So that way I can save it for my 100%.
That did not go well.
Excuse me.
you than me. That's all I'm saying.
Hadn't counted on running into something like this.
Oh, that's smart. I'm definitely gonna make use of that the next time I come up against a sci-fi cephalopod.
Hey, give me a hand, will ya? Get me out of here! How do I get myself in these crazy situations? Boy, I could use a superhero right now. How do I get myself in these crazy situations? Get me out of here! No!
Oh, there's the thing for that gravity mine thing. Go, Star Munch!
Looks like Gwenpool shares my enthusiasm for calling Star-Lord Star Munch. I absolutely love that. Seriously, because it's like they could have portrayed Star-Lord in such a better way, not only in the Guardians movies but also in the Avengers movies. But especially in the Avengers movies, I just lost all respect for him.
Boy, I could use a superhero right now.
Yay! Human cannonball! This is going to be a Nope, he got eaten.
Well, the funny thing is, since this is a kid's game, instead of showing Drax stabbing the inside of the monster, he actually tickles his insides with a feather and makes him, like, puke. Subtle little changes.
We are victorious! Again! The Guardians sure are pretty good at guarding the galaxy. From Abelisks, at least. All that remains now is for them to take their reward from the Sovereign. But hold on just 1 second. Is that Rocket helping himself? Remember, kids, stealing is wrong. Unless you're a space raccoon, and it's bound to lead to trouble with their client. But, that's a whole other story, I guess. Maybe catch it in a movie or something? Laters!
So, really quick, that completes the story of story-based gameplay of the first DLC story mission. Now, I did 100% everything in the main game. All the open world collectibles as well as everything in the levels. And in the Avengers Mansion, in the far back left room, there's the trophy room, and you unlock and view all the mini-kit comics and activate the 100% stud fountain. There's a couple trophies you can earn in that room from that. So here's the thing. Because I 100%ed the main game, once I activated and completed the first DLC story mission here, it auto-completed the rest of the trophies for the main game. So you saw me earn the trophy, The Inhabitants of Chronopolis, which unlocks then all the DLC character tokens. Because officially, once you play through the DLC story missions for the first time, it then kind of unlocks all the character tokens from the DLC packs. Even though they're already accessible to play if you download the DLC packs, it technically won't complete that. As far as the trophy progress goes, it won't complete that in the game until you actually play through the DLC mission. So since I 100%ed the base game without completing any of the DLCs, once I completed the first playthrough of the first DLC story pack,
Hey y'all, this time the exciting adventure I
it was
have
at
for you
that
guys
point that it
takes
completed
place
the
in
rest of
super
the
secret country
trophies
of
for me for the main game.
Wakanda.
So technically I
Guess
have
who's in there?
100% of the game,
That's right, Black
but we still have all the
Panther.
collectibles in the
He runs
DLC packs
Wakanda along
to
with his sister Shuri.
collect.
He's something of a technical genius, which is handy given that
So if you're gonna
Wakanda's
100%
one
the
of
game,
most
do it before you
technologically
download
advanced
any of the
nations on
DLC story
Earth.
packs, and
Whoa,
then
cool
download
spear. All
any
of
of
which
the
comes in
DLC
useful,
packs if you
as things
want.
are always happening around
The
these
second
parts.
mission here
Case
is
in point, this guy, Everett
Welcome
K.
to the
Ross,
Jungle.
has
It's the
been
Black
captured.
Panther story
Last
pack.
known location, the neighboring rogue state of Naganda. Uh-oh! Also reported to be in Naganda is Panther's arch nemesis, Killmonger. So naturally, T'Challa's gonna have concerns as to his friend's condition. So, Panther's got a plan, revolving around an old drilling machine, left behind the last time some other villain tried to cause some tunneling trouble. Panther's still got the drill machine parked up in an old base somewhere deep in the jungle. Okay, so this is Wakanda. Heard a lot about this place. Nice rhino statue. Not quite as nice as the brochure suggested. Wow, what a mess! Looks like Killmonger's buddies have been here and trashed the place. Once Black Panther and Shuri have
True believer.
and rescued that Ross guy, they're gonna want to get back here and clean this place up.
I'm glad I can finally say that again, because I got True Believer in the rest of the main story missions, so now I get to do it with the DLC packs.
That water looks a tad toxic. Well, cats don't like water anyway, right? Interesting wildlife. Mutated crocodiles. That's fine. They don't look at all dangerous. I guess these guys had better find a way to power this place up. The state it's in now, they're going nowhere. Now here's something you don't see every day. A platforming section. This will require skill and dexterity, or alternatively, a flying character.
You're funny. You're funny, Gwenpool.
Suppose the Panther God must be watching over me.
That right there just opens up the gate to where we first began the mission. These DLC story packs are interesting because some of them stick exactly to the movies that they're based off of. Others have story-based, elements based off the movies, but also with their own original twists, since it is, you know, a Lego game. Really, I think the only one that's like a carbon copy of the movies is the Awesome Mix Volume 2 level pack for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Otherwise, the rest of these do have their own sort of original twist with some movie-based elements. Love the happy alligators. They just like rock back and forth like, hey, we're full.
Get me.
So, what we're doing here is walking on killer mutated crocodiles. Yeesh, this place is a health and safety nightmare.
Oh. Boy, I could use a superhero right now. Hey, give me a hand, will ya?
I am uncertain of how to use these.
I am kind of glad that I decided to do the main playthrough of these DLC level packs as a big long marathon type of video rather than having to do separate videos on all the level packs, because then that just would have increased the amount of videos that I had to upload on this series, and I'd already done and waited. I've already done enough, and I've already waited long enough to try to finish this damn series. So essentially cut a large portion of time and effort, just kind of cut down on my part. If I could just marathon the main playthrough without obtaining collectibles, and then just do 6 more individual videos on this.
Great work! We're all powered up!
I feel like
Now,
it's easier
find a way
to
of stopping
digest
a
that
few
way. Plus, I
thousand tons
mean,
of water
there's
from falling. That's
tons
all.
of
No
YouTubers
biggie.
that stream and upload videos that are more than an hour long anyway, so it's a different kind of format, and if you're willing to sit
A
through
vibranium-powered sonar turret.
that kind of a length of a video,
Nice.
then
Haven't used one of those bad boys since.
right on.
Who am I kidding? I've never seen one of those before. Open sesame! Ha! Always wanted to say that. Ah, this is it, Gwen. You're living the dream. Ah, it's not a statue. Run away! Now that's what I call a sweet ride. Vibranium tipped, powered by Wakandan tech, and ready to rescue Ross. Let's get drilling! There's nothing like a crazy drill machine to get you from A to B, or in this case, from Wakanda to Naganda. Sure, he's clearly got skills in the driving department too, and that's without GPS. Everett K. Ross looks in good shape following his harrowing ordeal. But maybe he should get himself some protection so he doesn't end up in these scrapes. Poor old Killmonger. With a name like that, you're always gonna wind up in trouble. And things have gone perfectly for Black Panther. Wait a second, do panthers actually purr or do they growl?
They growl. They growl. I'm sure they can purr too, but they mainly growl. So that is DLC level 2. Yes, welcome to the jungle. So at least on each of these main playthroughs that we're gonna get at least 2 gold bricks, 1 for completion and then 1 for getting True Believer, since we already have all the stud multipliers. It's just easy. And then again, once you complete your first playthrough of each of these DLC levels, is when it quote-unquote officially unlocks all of the characters from the DLC pack itself. Even though they're already able to play once you download the content. Alright, on to level number 3, Double Trouble, the Cloak and Dagger DLC story pack.
Okay, my lovely Gwenthusiasts, this one gets a little creepy. Story is, there are a couple of kids, Tyrone and Tandy. They get along, but
There were a couple of kids who were up to no good, always making trouble in their neighborhood.
But these guys, they end up getting
They got in one little experiment.
Some kind of evil
They
criminal
both got scared.
mastermind.
They turned
He
into
has a
superheroes.
particular interest in chemicals, mixing them up, seeing what happens. Kind of like when I eat multi-flavored jelly beans. Try combining toffee with bubblegum.
Oh
And
god, that sounds
you
disgusting.
know how it goes. The kids get in the way, end up acquiring devastating powers. He's Cloak, she's Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, get it? Back to the evil criminal mastermind. Obviously, he has an overpowered super henchman somewhere. They never work alone, these guys. Which means Cloak and Dagger are gonna have to utilize all their fancy new powers in order to escape from the lab and the bad guys. Good luck! Looks like our heroes have gotten themselves into a bit of a sticky situation here.
True Believer!
Get that gate to open. Well, that takes care of the gate.
Yeah, that represents accurately how angry I am that I still haven't figured out how to defeat the red-vested enemies in this game. If there's anyone, please, that knows the answer to that question, otherwise I'm gonna have to look it up. And I don't want to look it up, I want to figure it out. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments below. How to defeat the red-vested enemies in LMSH2. Please. It's irritating me. It's been 2 years for me on this game. I still haven't fucking figured it out. The only way I've been able to defeat them is just to knock them off the edge of something like that. But I know there is a specific type of character skill set that is able to kill those guys.
Phew, another problem solved. So, what's next for our death-defying duo?
I wonder if Cloak can actually turn invisible, if that's actually one of his powers, or if they just added that to the character in the game.
Uh-oh. Seems our heroes have interrupted Blackout's heist. He's not gonna be happy about this. Except you, Dagger. You should probably stay right where you are to keep that gangplank in place. Aw, back together at long last.
This little bit of platforming right here reminds me of the Lego Star Wars video games, at least the prequel trilogy, where as the Jedi, like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan in Phantom Menace, where it's like you had to stand on the opposite platforms and both of you use the Force to levitate each other on both platforms up through the level sections. That takes me back. That little bit of platforming really does take me back. It goes to show you how far some of the game design in these LEGO games has come, just because...
All these super cool powers and reasonably competent in the art of fishing?
Right there,
Is there anything these guys can't do?
it looked like I would have had to stand on the platform and use the other character to levitate it, which I would have understood, but the fact that I was able to use the character that I had selected to levitate myself makes it that much easier just to get through a level.
Blackout's got henchmen doing his dirty work. Maybe I should get some of these guys to do my chores.
This villain Blackout reminds me of Static Shock. I forget if Static Shock was just his own thing. I don't know if he was from any sort of comic or anything, but he definitely reminds me of Static Shock. But Paul, Static Shock is black. Yeah, I don't care. He just reminds me of the freaking character. The costume and the skill set look very similar, is all I'm saying.
Whoa! Looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the lab this morning. I guess Blackout's day is just about to go from bad to worse. Oh yeah! So, that was Blackout, huh? He didn't last too long, did he? That's what happens when you mess around with Dark Force manipulation, kids. I know what you're thinking. What happened to the evil criminal mastermind? There'll be a twist here somewhere, but I can't work out what it is. IMO. Looks like Cloak and Dagger just need to start enjoying their powers. I mean, that's what I do. You get what you're given. Gotta see the positive side.
True that. So, I mean, obviously the Runaways and Cloak and Dagger are based off of Marvel Comics, but so far, they were both, I think so far, just kind of their own standalone Marvel shows. I don't think they're going to introduce them into the MCU, but you never know. But I think Cloak and Dagger and the Runaways are both mainly on, I don't know if they were introduced on any sort of television network. I know Cloak and Dagger was on Freeform. But you can also watch it on like Amazon Prime and Hulu and stuff like that. It's not that expensive. I may or may not get into it. I'm more excited for the Disney Plus MCU TV shows that they're coming out with, like Loki and the Sam and Bucky, Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show and stuff like that. Marvel MCU Phase 4 has officially been confirmed at San Diego Comic-Con, and I do like the fact that, you know, MCU studio heads are really continuing to break down barriers and introducing, like, television shows, like made-for-TV shows starring characters and the same actors who play these characters in the MCU are going to be in TV shows that officially tie in to like the big screen cinematic universe. I love the fact that Marvel continues to break down barriers with their live action movies and TV shows. I'm still holding out hope that they tie in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. into the MCU, because I want to see Coulson back in the MCU, for God's sake. Seriously. It's been far too long. So that was the first 3 DLC level packs. Now we're on to the final 3. This next one is based off the Runaways TV show.
Found out your folks were part of a criminal, superpowered gang called the Pride. Let me introduce you to the Runaways. Cool kids with not-so-cool parents. There's Nico, she's a witch. Carolina, she's an alien. Gertrude, totally awesome. She has a telepathic link to a dinosaur. Not forgetting Molly, a super strength mutant. And finally, Chase, who's stolen his evil dad's gloves. I know that might not sound as cool as the others, but in his defense, they are really powerful. Like, they can shoot fire and stuff. So today, the Runaways are in a giant bubble sinking towards a mysterious underwater temple. Why?
Wonder if they got sued for
Because
copyright
their
infringement.
no good parents are now involved with an underwater sect of some sort. That's why! An ancient ritual involving
Because of the band, the
giant
Runaways.
creatures, no less. Good time for the Runaways to use their precocious powers, right? Yes and no. Nico manages to teleport the team to a safe area, but ends up splitting them up in the process. The Runaways are gonna have to use all their powers and smarts to find each other and escape alive. Wow! And I thought my parents were bad.
Yet another group of highly unique individuals.
Molly?
Just like the
Carolina?
Inhumans and
Feeling a little shaky,
the X-Men, other
huh?
stuff.
Yeah, teleporting can get you like that. Okay, so, giant shadowy figures notwithstanding, this looks like a lovely underwater lair. Classic bad guy choice of abode. Nice. Seems like Nico's a little trapped right now. And, we're missing someone. Ouchie! That's gonna bruise something fierce. You should probably help Gert out with that. Just a suggestion. From Nico being trapped, and that wall moving a tad suspiciously, and the rock monster! Snazzy shade! leads. This is definitely a step in the right direction. Hold on, Nico. We're working on a rescue. What? I'm here. I'm contributing. Kinda.
Yes, your narration is really a detriment to our success in these levels, Gwenpool.
Fabulous! Retro is so in right now. Nice job, gal pals! Yeah, you might want to hurry on out of here before the whole place collapses. A teensy bit of time twisting over there should set you on the right road. It's all right. Everything is totally fine. I'm sure that was completely intentional. Right, Gert? Molly's not looking so good. Might be for the best if she sits this one out. Carolina, you're benched with Molly from here on in. Now, where is that dinosaur?
A good velociraptor or a Deinonychus, maybe.
Now where's Chase? You know, the brains of the outfit. The smartest guy I can't even finish that sentence with a straight face. How I tried. There he is! Chase is trapped under the leapfrog. Come on, guys, help him out. Like, hop to it or whatever.
I guess you would call this guy a rock monster. Or at least that's what the B-52s would call it. Looks like we found a giant wind-up mechanical fly. So once we activate that, that'll actually knock over the statue and give us the final pieces that we need to assemble this puzzle-solving fly swatter. and that'll activate the mechanical frog, whose base instinct it is in its programming to eat mechanical flies.
If you're gonna rescue a bunch
Someone
of
had a
friends
sense
with
of humor
superpowers- and a
in
dinosaur,
making these robots.
You may as well do it in a submarine that looks like a frog. I mean, what else? I enjoyed that one a lot. I reckon these guys should get their own game. Oh, and how about a TV show? There's a lot of potential in there. Ooh, and I could guest star. Where's my agent?
That is DLC level number 4. The Great Escape. Alright, on to the second to last one now. This is based off of Infinity War, yet again with its own little story twist for LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2.
Have I got a treat for you? A little chunk of Infinity War. You should know Thanos by now. Cosmic supervillain, intergalactic warlord, so on and so forth. He does have chums, though, called the Black Order. Ebony Maw is a bit
Why do
of
they
a
gotta be black?
slippery customer. He has persuasive skills.
Why can't they be
He
like
can talk the talk,
the Purple
but
Order?
Can he walk the walk?
You would think
Other names of
he would
note
name
in
them the
Thanos'
Purple
gang
Order
are
because, you
Proxima
know,
Midnight, Corvus
Thanos is
Glaive,
fucking
and
purple.
Hull Obsidian. The Black Order are hot-footing it to
Or
Adelan
even-
to see our old
even the
friend
Indigo
Black
Order.
Bolt. Apparently, he knows the whereabouts of Thanos' son, Thane. Now, this isn't some sort of cozy reunion. Thane is kind of a secret, and Thanos wants him out of the way. Permanently. Capiche? Ebony Maw's all set to try some
I think
of
you
his
could call them the
persuasive
Black Order
skills
just
on
because
Black Bolt.
black like
Good luck
death.
with that, Ebbs. You know, when Black Bolt speaks, it's kind of like a bomb going off. So, verbal negotiation is.
I mean, you have to kind of draw your own analogy there.
Okay, incoming. Let's be bad guys. Ooh, this place looks super awesome. I wonder what surprises Black Bolt has in store for us today.
True believer.
I don't want to mention any names, but it looks like someone should have spent a little more time on their security systems.
Not gonna point out the fact that with the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos literally could have busted that door down without a second thought. But this being a puzzle-solving type of game, I don't think they wanted to make things too easy or realistic based on the sci-fi of it all.
That gauntlet thingy is pretty neat. Do you think Thanos will let me borrow it for a day or two?
God knows, Gwenpool, you'd be able to do more good with an Infinity Gauntlet than Thanos ever fucking would. Overgrown goddamn great monster. Too high a fucking opinion of himself. What do I need to do? Oh, here we go.
Well, I'll say what we're all thinking. That was slightly convenient. Whoa! That's one mean-looking machine! I'm glad I'm not on the receiving end of that thing. I hope. Looks like some of the Inhumans are looking to make a hasty getaway. Can't say I blame them. Kapow! Woo! Yeah! That was super awesome!
At first I thought I had to make this thing into a giant square, but then I realized that I had to draw a path from start to finish like a maze or something.
I wonder if those electricity panels can be overcharged. These guys seem to have some pretty sweet tricks up their sleeves.
Thanos just sitting on his damn throne while his minions do his dirty work, of course. Alright, I'm not trying to activate a gauntlet laser. I'm literally trying to mind control the guy in the
Okay,
room. There we go.
Mind control is slightly unethical, but I guess this is Thanos and the Black Order we're talking about, so it's totally justified. Maybe those cogs need placing on the door. What about trying to move them with your awesome magical powers? I wonder if these guys ever considered pursuing a career in magic. It'd probably make for a much simpler life, don't you think? Now that's super cool. Seriously, does anyone know where I can get one of those gauntlet thingies? Now's the time for those negotiations to begin. Here's Black Bolt, but no Thane. Whoa! Didn't I warn you guys to watch out for that? Thane ain't here, so Thanos' search is going to continue. Looks like he'll sure have to get his hearing checked first. Oh, that it? Yep, I know what this is. It's what you call an open-ended outcome. Ending TBD. Laters!
Alright, only one more level to go after running the gauntlet. And that means there's only one more true believer to be had. That makes me sad. But don't be mad. Be glad that we're almost done with this damn series. Alright, on to the final story mission, the Ant-Man and the Wasp level, Egghead Escapades.
Greetings, Ant and
Prepare
Wasp
for
fans.
several
Hope
bad
and Scott
puns.
Are searching for this old version of the Ant-Man helmet. There's some neat old tech hidden inside it that they're after. Plus, it looks pretty cool being all retro and all, so you'd want it in your collection. They check out this old disused research lab. And like all old disused research labs, there's security a go-go in the form of a chain link fence. The lab's being used by none other than arch supervillain Egghead. He's an old nemesis of Ant-Man. He's got Raz Malhotra, a specialist in artificial intelligence, aka Giant Man, wired up to some gizmo or other so he can create the, wait for it, AI Avengers. Yeah, like the Avengers, but artificially intelligent. How much better does it get? Over to Wasp Ant-Man. Get cracking, guys. Stop Egghead from yoking around and scramble his plans for global domination. What diabolical experiment is being performed here? Looks
Bad
like
pun number one.
Giant Man is under Egghead's shell. Spell, I meant spell.
Bad pun number 2.
Maybe there's something useful
True
in all
believer.
this junk that can help Ant-Man and the Wasp crack this case.
And bad pun number 3.
Okay, that's the last egg pun, I promise.
It literally looks like Egghead has like a brain tumor or something that like
Give me a hand, will ya?
increases his intelligence or something, but they literally made him look like the Coneheads. They made him look like a member of the Coneheads. I think that was like an SNL skit. I get the fact that that white stain on the floor is meant to look like someone cracked an egg, but it really looks like something else. I think Egghead spends way too much time in his lab. He's leaving big yolk stains on the floors.
I should point out that no ants were harmed during the production of this video game. Ooh, you can reprogram the AI Avengers! Make all the Gwenpools! I could totally be an Avenger.
So you have to change from left to right, one into Giant Man, one into Yellow Jacket, one into an ant, and one into Scott Lang Ant-Man in order to get through the level. But all the way on the far right side, there is the top option to actually change one of the AI Avengers into Gwenpool. So it's funny that she mentions that in this level. I wish there was a way to make them all Gwenpools in order to progress through the level, but unfortunately there's not.
What do you mean there's no Gwenpool option? Come on, that's just lame.
There is Gwenpool, you just didn't see it.
Without any AI, those replicas are just going to be mindless, crazy abominations!
Boy, I could use a superhero right now.
Excuse me, Miss Wasp? It's Gwenpool. Big fan, by the way. Shut down the machine!
So this is a little bit of a fan maze puzzle. Gotta use Wasp to travel up inside. We have to use the fan from the start to blow her upwards. But then we have to turn off the fan above so that way she can fly past the electrical conduit there. So that way she doesn't get shocked. And then after that we just deactivate the final fan.
Is one angry bird Mac.
I really want to add in some like chicken sound effects like so bad every time he like charges.
Gratuitous egg-based puns will have to wait. definitely looks like something it would be best to avoid.
So literally, if this guy ends up zapping you with his ray gun, if you get too close to him, he will actually turn you into a legit chicken.
How do I get myself in these crazy
Yeah, he literally turns you into a fucking chicken. This guy's lame as hell.
Hey, give me a hand, will ya?
After we actually take out Egghead, then we'll have to shrink down and destroy the
let's
circuitry
You want
for
a
the
hint?
chicken
No?
mech.
Okay, I'm sure you got this. Smash everything!
For some reason, I didn't realize that instead of holding circle to shrink, I could have held triangle to grow bigger as Scott Lang. So I kind of come back to that. First, we're gonna destroy these 3 circuitry hub stations to build these cranks. Before we activate these cranks, we're gonna come back over. We're gonna hold triangle to grow bigger, scale up in size. Just to push this big red button. So we can use Wasp to fly through the tunneling system and activate the button there, so then we can turn the cranks. So then we gotta match up the colors. Blue, red, and yellow from left to right. And we are good to go.
It's not often you gotta reprogram a mechanized chicken in order to save the world, but these guys have got it pegged. Now they can get to that retro helmet. Hey, we never did find out what's inside that thing. That'll be another story. Maybe? Whatever. See you on the flip side, guys.
All right. That is going to do it for this big, long DLC marathon. So each of the DLC story packs do have their own little small set of secret trophies to earn and stuff like that. So, as a bit of a disclaimer, for any of you looking to pick up and play LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, if you're planning on 100%ing the game, like I do, like I did, do it before you purchase and download any of the DLC story packs, so that way you don't have to activate any of the DLC levels just to get the trophy progress in the game, because it's a little bit of a hassle. As that was the thing, it's like I got the season pass and I got all the DLC stuff and I downloaded it, which then adds that content to the game, and even though I 100%ed the game, I had to play through the first DLC story level first before I unlocked all that trophy progress for the main game itself. So if you're gonna do any of the DLC stuff, wait to download it until you 100% the main game. That's all I'm gonna say. So this has been the story playthrough of all 6 DLC story levels in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. Only 6 more videos left in this series, guys, where we collect all the mini-kits and rescue all the stands. And that's gonna be it. And at that point, I'll give my short review of LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 as a game itself, as if I haven't already voiced my opinion enough throughout the rest of the series. But I did say I was going to start doing just like face-to-face game reviews after I complete a game for my channel. So that is what I'm going to do. So that's it for this episode, guys. I want to thank everyone so much for watching. Hopefully you guys stuck with me through this. If you're not interested in watching this, then just check out the 100%s. Thanks everyone so much for watching. My name is I'mTheDude5. This is I'm the Dude Games. Please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get notifications. Like this video as well as any others of mine that you enjoy, including the one I provide on screen. Also follow me on Twitter. I'll provide a link in the description below. Thanks everyone so much for watching. As always, stay classy, and I will see you all out there in the Marvel Universe.